The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speaker and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent. How you guys doing?
DropTop. Zaza.
Okay.
We gon' pull up in some Tahoes. Fill with my niggas and bitches. They don't get money, the motto. Shredding waves like I'm Otto. Full pockets filled up with money. Feeling like I hit the lotto.
Hello. What's up?
I say what's up? Man, sit your ass down.
I'm back with another new episode of StyleBeasting Podcast with your host with the most, Delton Wall, and we're on episode 130.
Popped a perk 30, got straight to fucking.
Is it 130? It has to be. But other than that, I'm going to begin with it's getting warm outside now. It's getting darker later instead of getting dark at 5 o'clock. So you know what that means. Spring, summer, warm weather, high octane fun, and the perfect 2 seasons to get into some debauchery. Now, please be safe in the warming times because it's a good thing and a bad thing for when it warms up. It's a bad thing because people lose common sense and just start wilding out in the warm weather. And the good times is when people start wilding out in the summertime or in the warm weather. and I'm talking about 2 different wilding outs. Like niggas, nobody's really fighting in the wintertime. Like nobody's really trying to get into some action and start squaring up with niggas in the winter. If you are, you're a fucking psychopath. In the summer, niggas will come outside in just ball and shorts and Crocs and fight. Like that's like it's 8 o'clock in the morning and it's like 82 degrees outside. 8 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, niggas are really gonna start squabbling or just shooting. On the positive side of it being warm, sun's out, buns out. And the beat, literally, that's summer. Sun's out, buns out, ass out, a whole bunch of partying, a whole bunch of drinking, a whole bunch of having fun. So for this warm weather season, let's have fun instead of getting into fights. Now I know you cannot stop people getting to the fights, but let's make it less fighting this summer and let's make it more partying. Amen. And making good and bad decisions. And by bad decisions, I mean bad decisions to the point where you're not going to die. But bad decisions where it's like, should I call out work to go to this party or just do something wild? Yeah, sure, do it. Fuck, it's the summer. Like that. That's what I mean by that. Not as in just do dumb shit to get in trouble and go to jail. Like, no, that's not. You're not going to be able to have fun this summer because you're going to be in jail or have to go to court for doing something dumb. Stupid. Now, I'm happy that it is warming up, me personally, because I like this. It snowed like 3 times in this winter, so that's good enough for me. I'm happy. But if you know me and you know me well, I'm a sucker for the summertime, and for obvious reasons.
Extra thick, big booty house.
But I also want to pat myself on the back. So I'll probably say like this week it's been like shitty week at my job, and a lot of the responsibilities were dumped on my shoulders. But normally I'll be up in arms and ready to flip the whole fucking place. But I took it on the chin, pause.
Hey yo, what the
and just went about my day normally. I don't know what was up. I didn't really do anything that day. And I don't know. I really don't know. I think mentally I'm done with that place. So like the sense of dealing with bullshit there is like whatever. Like it is what it is, and it's gonna happen. So I think I'm at that point. I think I'm really at that point where it's like, yeah, it's over. Like there's nothing pleasing for me to stay or doing or showing me initiative to stay. So I'm like, yeah, it's time to go. It's time to get the fuck out of here. Which I think that's a good thing because now it's showing me that, hey, I mean, I've been known that this place wasn't going to be, I wasn't going to be here for a long time. But this just proved it, like, hey, this was a nudge in the right direction to be like, yeah, you need to get back here. Yeah, niggas is leaving because managers don't know how to be managers. So, yeah, it's time to get the fuck out of here. It's time to take that L or take that W and get the out of here. So, I felt with it. I support, I think I am fully aware that, hey, my days are numbered here. Let me get out of here before something dumb happens. So, I'm kind of happy and content that I'm actually able to separate my emotion and what I gotta do. Well, it's probably the only reason I'm separating this because I'm mentally done with the play, so I guess that works in a sense.
Maybe.
But yeah, that's all I really got. Majority of my week went to Monster Hunter, which I'm going to segue into that right now because other than me realizing that the weather is changing. I ain't have seasonal depression, but the season is changing and it's starting to warm up and it's time to start having fun again. But yeah, let's be getting the Monster Hunter. So I bought Monster Hunter the day it came out. Now, let me go back. I purchased Monster Hunter World because I was like, okay, it's a game that I might like. Cool. It was at first I was against it because I was like, I might like it. But then I saw the armor and stuff you get and all the weapons. I was like, I'm sold. Let me check it out. Now,
he changed so much that he took a new name for himself. Kraven, the Hunter.
Anything that I truly, truly like, I go on YouTube, on that YouTube iceberg, and just start looking into shit and start delving into stuff. Because I didn't know how to play Monster Hunter, the weaponry, so I had to look up how to use it. Now, learning Monster Hunter and learning the weapons from Monster Hunter World and Iceborne, I was sold. I was legit sold. This was my game. I loved it and I wanted to play it. Now, before my PS4, all the data got wiped, I had probably within 6 months, 300, 400 hours, probably 5 into this game. And this was with Iceborne too. This game was, I think it might have been a year or something. But anyways, I was still like withdrawals with fucking Monster Hunter because I was like playing it every time I got off work. I was playing this game 2 a.m. to get certain items so I could like get different weapons or armor or just to play in general. It was just so fucking fun. Now, time passes and Monster Hunter Rise comes out for the Switch. Now, mind you, I didn't have a Switch. All I had was my PS4. So I missed that generation of Rise because Rise implemented. Well, I think Apex Monsters just started in Rise. I could be hella wrong. I don't know the full Monster Hunter lore, even though, yeah, I don't know the lore. I know the monsters, but not the lore or the hierarchy if there's Apex in other games. Now, Monster Hunter Rise did have cool aspects. Like every weapon had a different skill you had to use. And it was like, instead of like the hook shot where you could just knock monsters to the wall, there was like slick butterflies, I believe. And there was some cool monsters. I'm not going to sit here and say those monsters wasn't cool. Now, it took me so long to... Well, I still didn't get a Switch because the next console I had was a PS5. So when I got the PS5, they had Rise on there. But by the time I got my PS5, Rise was on it for like a couple months. And by the time I got it, it was like 2 or 3 months until Monster Hunter Wild come out. So I was like, I don't think it's necessary for me to get Monster Hunter Rise Wild is going to come out like right now. So I was like, all right, cool. I'll wait. Now, playing Wild, I was like, no. When I bought Wild and started it up, it was a good game. It was beautiful. I was like, yep, I felt with it. Everything looked amazing. Now, playing the story compared to Monster Hunter World, because I didn't play Rise, I would say the story is a little bit more palatable. And I'm gonna use the word palatable for a good portion of the Monster Hunter game discussion. Because in Wild and I think in Rise, you didn't speak. So this was the full first game where you could actually have dialogue with the with characters. And if you guys are thinking, what is you not talking matter? Think of it as in from Grand Theft Auto 3 to San Andreas. How in 3 you wasn't talking, you were just a mute dude, no personality, you just boom, I got your way. In 3, you had a personality, or any other Grand Theft Auto where you spoke. The character had personality, you knew what it was about. It was like, okay, this is what he stands for, or what he doesn't stand for. Now, even though just because the person can talk doesn't mean you're going to give like an in-depth like monologue or a speech. Now, but still, it was still good to have like the hunter talking, because like I said, normally you don't talk. You just like, they're just telling you, hey man, you'd be a great hunter, wouldn't you? And you're just like, you just shake your head, nothing. That's it. Just like in Persona games, how the main character don't talk. That's why when I played Metaphor, I was like, oh shit, this nigga could talk. And even I'm kind of right that speaking does add personality, because when he spoke, I was like, okay, he's not just a mute that like you think is just a fucking mute. He actually can speak. He actually can like retaliate in principles and like conversations. So I was like, okay, that works. Now, getting into the game.
Open your mind!
Monster-wise, starting off, I kind of like Arkveld better than Nergigante being a flagship.
You shut your lying nigga lips up!
And this is going to kind of go into Monster Hunter Wild being a little bit easy. Now, I won't say it's easy to a point where it's like, oh shit, anybody can do it. Now, it does take time, because the only reason I feel like it's a little easy because I played Monster Hunter World, and playing World, I was dying like a bitch and getting clapped by everybody. Now, that could also be me taking time to understand Monster Hunter battle techniques and schematics too. Because even though I wasn't playing Rise, I was still watching Rise content and still learning how to use the weaponry. Now, there's 14 weapons. And before I get to that, even if the game is still a little bit easier, I would say they did the same thing they did with Street Fighter 6. How they made it more palatable for overgrossing what is it called? That catalog. Fuck. Overgrossing consumers. Because if this is people's first Monster Hunter, you don't want it to be like the stupid hard Monster Hunter where, damn, it's like, I can't get into this game. It's so damn hard. And I would say this too. They made getting items a little easier, because in Monster Hunter World, nigga, it took me months just to get a cool set of armor. Now, I'm 40 to 50 hours in, and I got some cool armor, and I know how to fight. And I got the my deco shit out right.
What? Bro, what are you talking about?
I kind of want to say if it was a little bit harder, it would have been perfect. But pause. but it's still a good game. I still had time where I get fucked up. I don't die as much, but I feel like that might change when they add in Master Ranked and Arch Tempered, because right now the Tempered monsters are giving me a hard time.
Oh, look at him joke!
Now, if you put it in Master Rank, it's still going to do a lot of damage and going to be harder. Pause.
Put all of it inside now. No more.
I feel like when they add in the new monsters, and because World, let me see what time when the Monster Hunter World came out. Monster Hunter World came out 2018. Monster Hunter Rise came out 2021. Was it 2021? Yeah. So 3 years. Yeah. So if they treat Rise and shit, when did Rise came out 2021? So 4. Yeah. That's what I'm saying too. 4 years of content for this game, maybe 5. We'll be fine. We'll definitely be fine. And that's not them adding on another locale, because they always do Monster Hunter like they did for Rise and World, where it was like Monster Hunter World, then Iceborne. And I feel like that might come for World too. We'll get Monster Hunter Wild, Sunbreak, or Ice Hunter, or some crazy shit like that, or Dark Hunter. And the Monster Hunter Wilds monster collection can always get bigger. Like I think in April, they're gonna add in Misamune, the bubble monster, and they also announced more monsters coming and mastering in like a couple months. Like we're getting more content, and they're gonna probably add in all the festivals. We're good. So I understand what people are like tripping about. Like people are saying, "Wow, man, we beat the game. I ain't got nothing to do, nigga. You blitzed through the whole fucking game." Like for me, I'm going around hunting with people. Like I'm getting the stuff out, all the weapons I want, and I'm going around hunting with niggas. Or if I see a group that want, or just doing a hunt, that I'm like, okay, that looks fun. I'll do it. Shoot, I'm over here learning how to be a master at the great sword. I didn't even try to. I wasn't even thinking about using a great sword. I was gonna go in, charge blade, dual blades, and that's it. I'm over here trying to master the hammer.
Nani?
I over here learning how to use the bow right. Like it's a bunch of shit that I'm like I fuck with, and the battle schematics is way better. Like I don't know what's going on, but boy, I'm working. Like I'm doing combos. I'm getting big ass damage. And that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's easier. I think it's more palatable for the community, for the outside community. But I feel like my knowledge that I already have about Monster Hunter, it just transferred to this game. And since I already know how the game works, how you got to go through low rank to get to high rank, and the different upgradable equipment that you need that changes with the high rank and low rank, I know already. So I already know like the Monster Hunter format and what they do. Now, going through the story, I was surprised. It was good that we have callbacks to older to the Monster Hunter world. Now, I will say this. There's 2 monsters in particular that I'm never going to hunt because of my fear of spiders. And it's the 2 spider monsters in this one. Even when I promise you, when I was literally fighting the monsters, I was like looking away, and I had to look because I had to hit the motherfucking monster. So far in these past 50 hours, I only fought the spiders when I had to. If I didn't have to, I'm never fighting. So thank God for that. And fuck you, Monster Hunter sentence. I thought the arachnophobia sentence was going to include the big monsters too, but it come to find out it was only the small spider monsters. So I was like, whatever, cool. Now, I do like how they show the monsters. I fuck with it. It's cool. I'm trying to think. I'm glad there's no elder dragons in this one because that's the one thing that pissed me off about fucking World and Rise. There was too many elder dragon dick riding. Like I'm not even gonna lie to you. That was probably the one thing going back and rethinking about Monster Hunter. Elder dragons pissed me off. Like, bro, okay. I think I like the concept of Apex / Elder Dragons. Like, you do a combination of both. Like, if they add in Tostera and the other Elder Dragons, I'll be fine because it won't be as them focused. It'll be other people, other monsters that are focused. They're mainly focused on. Now, if they add in Nergigante, that'd be crazy. Like, that'd be a crazy fight. But I feel like they could add in some older monsters. Now, Capcom, if you hear me, I just want one monster, and it's that jet monster that ambushes you and comes down like a bat of hell. I just want that. I don't care if you put him in there well, I don't know how underwater battle is going to be, but that underwater monster that everybody loves, like if you put those two in the game, I'll be fine. Like that's all I want. Everything else it could be a surprise. Like I don't care. But those two, like I just need those. And do not fucking put Beelzebubs in this fucking game because I'm not trying to fucking run around my security and then I hear fucking the iron Nazi fucking bomb dropping shit and just hear fucking Beelzebub just come down and just bombing shit. No, please don't. But so far, I'm pretty decent. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm pretty decently stuck into the game. Funny enough, like around this time, other older Monster Hunter games got updated. I think it was Monster Hunter or Generations Ultimate. They got updated, which is weird because it's like I don't even know I forgot how old that game is, but it's like, what's the point of updating it? Now it could probably be as an anniversary coming up, or niggas just love that version of Monster Hunter. Now the older Monster Hunter games I heard are really fucking addictive and they're really cool. And looking at how there are different monsters in those compared to the world, compared to Monster Hunter World that I played, I was like, okay, I like these monsters. Not the spider ones, but I fuck with it. Me bamba. But all around, Monster Hunter is a cool game. I'm literally stuck in it. Like, I'm gonna be playing more games because I also got Doc Hack signed. I forgot which version, but I got that game and I'm gonna try that and test that out. Which, sticking on games, that Chinese action game, what's it called? Lost Soul Aside. This is that Devil May Cry action game that looks fucking beast. It comes out in...
That's okay, take your time.
Yeah, May 30th. So yeah, May 30th. So cool. Yeah, I got enough time to play that. Which, thank God, because I fucking love action Devil May Cry games. That's why I still gotta get Black Myth Wukong. And I still have to get fucking Sparking Zero so Jaquan to shut the fuck up. And Tekken 2. See, that's what I'm talking about. I have a lot of games I have to get. And I still had to buy a bunch of memory for this game. Because I got like 235 gigabytes left. And there's a lot of games that are big as hell. So I don't know. I have no idea. But speaking of games, Mortal Kombat might have dropped their last DLC package, but I don't know because they just dropped T1000, the Terminator, the Liquid Terminator for Terminator 2, Judgment Day, I believe. And he's cool. He's way more, well, he was always liquid based, but as in his combos are way more liquid based than I thought. And I was like, okay, I see what they're doing. I think NetherRealm Studios is going to drop another pack to their DLC, which they should, because if they don't, this might be the shortest Mortal Kombat lifespan ever. And I don't think Mortal Kombat wants to do a revamp on their shortest DLC package ever. So here's hoping that doesn't happen. What else? What else is getting copped? I still have to finish Metaphor, Persona 3. I'm kind of story-wise, I'm done with Monster Hunter, but there's still more hunting to do. I still got to play that Doc Hat sign game. It's like I said, I want to start playing more games, but I didn't expect all these games to be this damn good on the PS5. Like, I didn't expect this at all. Now, here's hoping that there's because PS5 has a bunch of deals, so I could get them still. I don't know. I think so far, honestly, I really just need to get 5 more games, and like I really don't have anything like else to get. That's a must, except that Lost Soul aside. Like other than that, like I'm not like waiting for nothing else until Persona 6 gets released or announced. But I think that's it for video games. The video game topics. So because it's been a long week for video games. But off of video games, let's get into the music.
I am the music.
So DC 2 Trill has been on a run with these leaks. I think him and Nino Page dropped a song called Billy Mandy. Hard as fuck for no reason, but the song is like a minute 30, and I'm like, bro, why? Now, I think out of all the Concrete Boys, not counting Caribou, I think it's Yachty, DC, and a tie at third between Camo and Draft Day. Because sometimes Camo would drop some hard shit. Actually, matter of fact, I'll put Draft Day number 3. Because Draft Day did have like have higher songs than Camo at times. But still speaking on that, DC Trill has been dropping music and it's all hard. Like it's really good. Now there's a song that a freestyle he did that I don't think he is dropped out yet on streaming platforms. But Billy and Mandy's on streaming platforms. You need to hear it. And still sticking to rappers with D in their name. Ducee has told us her red flags. Now, this has gotten the internet in a stranglehold because of, I think Ducee and a DJ, I forgot her name, were doing Hot Ones, and Ducee released that her red flags are straight men, and I think the woman with her, she was like, oh my God, I was going to say it too. So now I have nothing against people preferences. And after doing research on both sides of the people who understood it and didn't understand it, understood it and took it, and people who understood it and didn't like it. Now, I understand what people are saying, how people are saying that masculinity, and especially what Anthony Mackie said, the American man is dying. And I understand women saying that a straight man is a red flag. And just so I'm up to date, red flags, for all intents and purposes, describing warning signs of unhealthy or abusive behavior. Now, there is a video of Ducee with I think a boyfriend a long time ago with a gun in her head, and she's like laughing at it. Now I understand with the life she lived, and I'm not speaking bad on her, but like with the life she lived, she probably ran to straight men that were not the greatest for her. Now understanding that, I'm like, okay, cool. But if she's talking about like straight men in general are bad, then I'm not really with that, because not all straight men are bad. Now there are some horrible men out there. I'm not even going to say that there aren't.
I do not know.
But I do agree to a certain extent that the American male is dying in the US. Now, I would say low key is a combination of everything that has been going on in the past couple of years. Because all these podcasts, all these like YouTube channels, and all these reactionary and these like not philanthropists. What's them niggas called that just be giving out free game? Whatever them niggas are, those life coaches. Some of them have led us astray by telling us just to get buff and get your money up. Now, that's the more external version of fix ourselves, but the internal is never spoke on. Now, I'm not saying that I'm not agreeing with people saying, "Hey, males need to be do blah blah blah." I'm just saying, yes, that the American man is dying per se, but I won't say it's completely dying. And it's kind of a hard concept to digest because it's like it was been patriarchy for a while, but now things are like kind of even because even though we are divided right now because of the whole Trump shit and our own problems, men and women are the closest they ever been in stature wise, because some women now have more power than some men. And even though men don't respect the women with power, the women still that woman still has more power than said men that didn't like her. Or there's some men that have all the power and the woman below them doesn't have any that much. And he's wilding. But she has power too. Maybe it's not as much as his. But I say that to say she's allowed to have her preface in what is her red flags. If she's trying to start a agenda piece, I don't know. I don't know anybody's agendas or what they want in the world. So I have no idea what it is. Or if she was just telling her true feelings. So it is what it is.
Oh, what your ass say, Batman?
But do I give a fuck? No, I really don't. I see other people making a big think piece of it. I really don't give a fuck about it. So it is what it is. DDG and Haley Bailey are hashing their stuff out on the internet. Well, mainly DDG. And he's basically telling us that he doesn't see his son that often. And he's only allowed to see him on certain days. Which, if he's on a what's that called? A limited was it? You're gonna see like partial custody, like seeing your son like 3 days out of the week, and she hasn't for 4. So you have to abide by that rules, even though you want to take him out on said day that she is technically hers. You're not allowed to. Now, I give him props for like trying to like do more and just be like, because you could just do bare minimum, be like the 3 days and be like, I only got to see him on 3 days. But, and I don't know if these are true, but if this is, then I will say that you definitely deserve points for trying to do more than bare minimum and actually being there in the child's life than just being there just being fair for the bare minimum. Because even though it's your dad, you're supposed to do that, most people don't do that. So it's neither here nor there. But moving out of music drama, well, actually still working on music drama, Freddie Gibbs dropped a song. What's the name of this song? The Big Two, boom. And it seemed to be taking jazz at J. Cole, which, funny enough, the same day that he dropped the song, I think somebody dropped a clip or a picture of one of Freddie Gibbs' baby moms naked, well, getting hit from the back with a plunger stuck to her head, which, crazy enough, that happens the same day you drop a song. And I was like thinking to myself, all this shit Freddie Gibbs talking, all J. Cole gotta do is even if he doesn't use this as a cover art, just the fact that he can use this is like, boy, I was fucking with me. I'm definitely using a plunger joke or something, talking about your baby moms or something because hey, you talk a whole lot of shit, but when you get hit in the face, you ain't gonna like it. So like I said, I have J. Cole beating Freddie Gibbs, and I still even don't go with the whole notion that Freddie Gibbs has a better discography than J. Cole. Even if we're not even talking about the radio hits, he still has better music than Freddie.
Now, isn't that just pride?
I think is Currency dropping? Currency's always dropping new music, but it got me into thinking after hearing all these new songs by Wiz Khalifa. It got me thinking maybe Wiz Khalifa is trying to double back, and by double back I mean after he did that When I See You Again, he didn't have to rap really. Like that song was like, I think that's the most played song on YouTube ever. And now, because honestly, I ain't like to this day, I still did see Wiz Khalifa making that song. Like, if you would told me Wiz Khalifa, the guy who made Black Yo, made that song, I would have been like, "There's no way in hell, no way." But he did it, and I was wrong. But he's been dropping a whole bunch of new music, and I low key want to shout out Platboy Max. Because Platboy Max, he's been getting a lot of rappers back in their mode and making like the music that we all cherish and love. Because now Wiz Khalifa's coming out with music, and it's like, okay, I see what he's doing, and I fuck with it. So here's hoping Wiz Khalifa keeps up this road of dropping really good music, and because he can actually make good music, so I definitely would like to hear it. But I think we're out of music. Let's get into the manga. So to start the manga portion, I want to say, well, no, I didn't read Chainsaw Man. Oh shit, I didn't even notice that. Well, if I remember right. Hold on, let me make sure. Blah, blah, blah. No, I didn't. So, last chapter of Chainsaw Man, not Asta. Denji and Asa were having a little heart-to-heart on the roof of a tower. Now, Asa wants to kill Denji because she doesn't want the War Devil to take Denji and turn into a weapon to destroy the War Devil. No, the Death Devil, and cause crazy pandemonium and destroy the world. Denji is like trying to figure out like, hey, we don't have to do this. Don't you like me? And Asa's like really confused because she doesn't want to kill him, but she's like, bro, I have to stop this calamity from happening. So I think Denji and her had a little sit down and had a heart-to-heart to understanding. Maybe we could work together and do this without losing myself and you. Now, in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, since even if we see power, even if there is a Chainsaw Part 3, Power won't have the memories of past Power. So Denji's love interest will have to be Asa, because even if he gets with Power, it's going to be on some Infinity War when Gamora got brought back, and Star-Lord was like, oh shit, it's Gamora. Gamora's like, I don't know this nigga. And it's like, oh fuck, she doesn't know me. But at the end of the chapter, well, close to the end of the chapter, people are talking about a transfer student, like how there's a festival we have to get started. Because I think Pestilence, that devil, is supposed to work with the Demon Slayer corpse. I'm thinking about Demon Slayer, the Devil Hunting Association. Shit. When Pestilence was asked to work with them, she said, "Hey, I can't because there's a school festival happened." And I forgot, it was that girl who was sacrificing all her body parts and betrayed the association last in that fight between what devil was that? Was it the Nothing Devil? When they went in it was in those woods with all those trees, and then you had to eat them to fight. Yeah, whatever devil that was. She was like, "What the fuck? Aren't you gonna help us?" And she's like, "No, I'm gonna do a school festival." And
Man, you stupid bitch.
it's crazy. Excuse me. It's crazy because that next chapter, well, 2 chapters later, there's kids talking about the school festival. And there's like some weird jumpy ass girl who's talking about, "Hey, I'm here to protect you guys." And it's weird as fuck because I think she might be the Death Devil. And she is 100% the opposite of what I thought she was. I thought she was gonna be on some dominatrix type shit. She was gonna be like in a leather type evil dress and like pointing at niggas looking down like Boa Hancock. But nigga, she's like, what's my man's name? Not Frankie. Kobe before he got buff. But that might just be the outer layer of the Death Devil. Underneath that layer, she might be the most ugliest, scariest looking monster in Fujimoto's career ever. Because Fujimoto wrote, if I'm pronouncing his name right, he wrote Fire Punch, and there was another one he wrote that was depressing. And I'm not talking about those one shots. I haven't read those one shots, but I heard those are depressing. Some of them are depressing. But I don't know. I feel like Fujimoto is a depressing dude when it comes to his work. I don't know why. Well, his big hits. I don't know. Well, no, because what's that manga where that girl's running in the rain? Fuck, man, I'm mad because now I'm mad now.
This old ass nigga, man.
What he wrote? Is it Goodbye, Aaron? I think it might be Goodbye, Aaron, or Look Back.
He need to leave that dope alone.
Yeah. I think it might be Goodbye, Aaron. But yeah, them shits are fucking like really good. Like, if you ever watch read, I would suggest you guys read Fire Punch. It's super depressing, like super depressing, but it's really cool. Like, it's really fucking cool.
Then I let Jesus handle rock, thinking he got game.
Yeah, I feel like Tatsuki Fujimoto's work is depressing because even says it right here on that one shot Look Back is look back as he said it himself as a way to explore creative process, the struggles and triumphs of being an artist, and impact the loss and tragedy potentially inspired by his own experiences and the Kyoto Animation arson attack, which I did not know he was in that situation, which is crazy, which is super crazy. But I will put respect on Fujimoto's pen, because even though part 2 wasn't as crazy as part 1, I still have to respect that. I don't know the vision, but I see where you're going, and I say I fuck with it. Now, I didn't read the recent chapters of Chainsaw Man, but here's hoping that's at least decent. I haven't heard anybody go off about it, so I don't think it was too crazy. Don, I'm behind maybe 3 chapters because I remember they took that month break, but they're back. And if I remember right, no, I don't think I read a new chapter because last thing I remember was them splitting up and somebody was following them. So I haven't read anything lately, so I have to catch up on that. That Beethoven manga. Hold on, let me remind myself what's the name of that manga.
I met the criteria to be selected, but I wasn't.
Star Beethoven. I'm still confused with what it is. I don't think this is going to be a fighting one, because in my mind, I thought he was going to, and I know it's going to sound stupid, because if you read it, you're like, nigga, this is nowhere close to where it was supposed to be. I thought he was going to summon Beethoven to fight people and with music, but I think this might just be music manga. So, and I'm fine with that, and coming to grips kind of thing. And I'm fine with that. Using music to come to grips with your own personal gripes and insecurities about yourself to become a better person. I fuck with that. I fuck with it. Shinobi on the cover. So if I remember right, chapter 24, the ninjas jump in this operation, not as an opponent, and try to kidnap and give information on their ops as in opponents. They get split up. The main character fights this like weak little nigga, but then like he pumps his like, he gets like those veins in his face, and if you know, just like when Majin Vegeta, like when he got veins on top of his forehead and he was just mad and strong, he's just doing that and beating the fuck out of the main character. But while that's happening, the other half of the Shinobis are fighting this nigga who seeps poison through his skin, and they're working him too. So that's the last chapter I read. It's really good. Like, I promise you, if you read Shinobi on the cover, it's really decent. It's weekly, so you guys should be able to catch up on it. And it's really good. It's only, like I said, it's only 25 chapters out now. And just like any manga, the first chapter is always like 60-something pages. So if you get through that, because those are my favorite chapters, the first one's because that sets the tone. And just like with, I forgot the name of that fucking manga. Damn. No, I have to remember it. Oh my God. Hold on. It's not Dara Dara. Oh no. I had to do this live. I have to. No, they're getting that. They're getting the finger. Oh, they're getting it with the manga. I'm getting confused. It's that Ishigi anime where the guy's just shooting people with his finger and killing them. Nigga! There you go. Jagasaki. Oh man, I totally forgot about that manga. Oh my God. Oh man, that shit. Whew. I'm forgetting mangas now. That's getting scary. I'm getting old. But yeah, just like that one, it's just as good with the first chapter. And I don't know, I got confused. My bad. Sorry. Baruto is out to the Blue Vortex. I'm behind on that too because I like this new Baruto, but I'm not fully invested in this new Baruto because, like I said, I still got to catch up to it. But for what I see of it, I'm liking the evolution of characters, especially the kids. Because I thought the kids is just going to be like, I thought they were going to be like ass. Like they were just going to be kids and like just do kid shit and not like grow up. Because when Naruto and Sasuke, and it's going to sound like an old nigga, they were like 14 when they started. And I understand that these are younger youth and they haven't seen war or seen killing niggas get killed. Well, they see niggas get killed because I don't think Naruto at that age could fight a snake like Baruto did. Because if he could, he definitely would. But He didn't. And that's crazy as fuck because that would have been crazy. If I would have saw Naruto, well, no, because he was still older. Even with him fighting Gamamichi, he still was older. So I can't really say, oh shit. I can't say, oh shit, Naruto had it easier than Boruto. Which I can't say that either because Naruto was by himself until really the end of the tuning exams. And if you want to be 100% even more fucked up, Naruto wasn't really accepted by the village until he fought Pain and beat him. And that by that age, Naruto was like 16 going on 17 for 16 years. Matter of fact, 4 years. Because even after the tuning exam, niggas didn't like recognize Naruto. And that's fucked up because Naruto was working niggas. But hey, they don't love you. They don't love you when you down. And that's why I still hate about the village. Because them niggas threw Naruto up. It was like, we love you, Naruto. And I'm like, y'all niggas dick eating. Y'all niggas really dick eating. I don't like it. But keeping on with the manga, Ultimate Exorcist Kyoshi, hard as fuck. Hard as fuck. My man, what's my man's name? No. Fuck, what's his name?
That's okay. Take your time.
Oh, okay. My man Nihon and Jojak, they learn how to fuse together. So in Ultimate Kyoshi, demon lords typically don't fuse with. Well, I guess he could be called an spirit. No, typically normally don't fuse with humans as much, and if they do, it's like an ultimate convergence. So my man Nihon Jojak came in, fused up, and start whooping on niggas. Now I immediately, and what chapter is this? 34. 34 chapters in, the Kobe of the situation started putting hands on niggas. I was so happy. This nigga got a spear. He got 4 arms. I'm sold. I'm fucking sold. I was like, okay, cool. And not only does Kyoshi do some crazy fighting moves, now my mans do it. That was weak, but he can fight. And not even that. Pretty much everybody on my squad can fight. Now, not counting like the weak other exorcists, but they put some hands on niggas. But the main squad working niggas. Whooping niggas, putting belt to ass, whooping on niggas.
I beat the shit out one of these niggas, boy. Straight up.
For the past 3 chapters, it was whooping on niggas chapters. Now they're going to fight some strong niggas, but guess what? Whooping on niggas. And guess what? In Astro Royale, the main character that looks like Takemichi and Mikey put together, guess what? Whooping on niggas. And I love Astro Royale. It's a better version of Tokyo Revengers. It's more fighting. The main characters may be a little talk no jutsu, but guess what? Whooping on niggas is that nigga first name. There was a nigga with a energy sword. Guess what? Whoop that nigga. There's a nigga that could do the Obito shit. Guess what? Whooping on that nigga, but showing them kindness. But guess what we about to do? Whoop on that nigga. And if you don't know, Tokyo Astro Royale is the same person who made Tokyo Revengers. Now it still has the gain life activities with the whole trying to be a better person. So this, I feel like, might wipe away his cloud of Tokyo Revengers, because people didn't like Tokyo Revengers ending. I fucked with it and I understood it, and I'm not finna go on a rant about Tokyo Revengers and how the end system was working through the whole show and then finally showed his head, and you find out that the real evil villain is just karma instead of like an actual person. So that's pretty cool. So yes, I feel like because Tokyo Revengers has to come up with this final season, which I don't think is going to be the final season. Because they got to do... No, it's not. Because Draken has to die. And then they have to do... No, we got 2 more seasons. At least 2 more seasons of Tokyo Revengers, and boom, we're good. And by that time, Astro Royale should be it passed 100 chapters. Shoot, I think they're on chapter. It should be something close to it. Because I remember it started a little 45 chapters. I'm fucking wrong. Okay, so hear me out. I wouldn't suggest this, which they're probably smarter than me, the people who's running this whole operation. Wait till Tokyo Revengers is over. And not as soon as it's over, but when people are like, ooh, Tokyo Revengers ended was bad, niggas you could come back and double back with Astro Royale, and it just show like a big ass fight scene and keeping it still. Well, since there's more fighting and there's anime powers, you have to like put animation into this. And I feel like you couldn't really put animation in. Well, no, that's a lie, because niggas don't have powers in martial art in Baki, but it still have like some animation. So I guess since there are powers in this one, you definitely have to add in some superpowers, like some crazy cool shit, or it's not going to relish well. But depending on how they handle the last 2 seasons of not My Hero, Tokyo Revengers, I feel like they can pre-pause, come in on the back end, and give us better animation and better quality. I mean, they have given us better quality, but I'm talking about like stupid crazy. Now, if they come out, jump out the gate doing some MAPPA shit, then now I'm like, all right, man, y'all was holding back. But I don't think they're gonna go that far. I think they might go a par below My Hero the last 2 seasons, but I think we'll still get some good shit. Now, what else I read? Rugby Rumble. I think I'm on chapter 50. I was trying to catch up. No, I'm on chapter 54. And the 2 main characters they're doing the Hinata season 4 thing when they get sent to a different camp and they realize they're not that good in comparison to the better players, but they're still training and learning while they're sitting out, I guess. Now, I'm definitely into sports manga. Like, I'm really into sports manga. And Embers is getting good. It's still giving me haiku vibes with a mix of I'm trying to think. There was another thing I was trying to get it at. Cause the way the crazy similes are insane. Cause like in haiku, since the main cast was crows, there was mainly birds around. Now in Embers, they're using wolves, snakes, bees, and shit like that to compare it into the players. Now, there is some good animation, and it's doing that thing where it's taking the sport to it's doing the Blue Lock thing. Boom, Blue Lock, and not in haiku thing, where they're doing like some crazy shit in the background, like when Barrow was kicking for a goal, there was like a black lightning tiger behind him, and they're doing the same thing with Embers. I think the main character was trying to grab this guy's shoulder so he could get the ball, and you saw like some weird energy eye thing coming from his eyes. Basically, like the same shit when Madara came out and was like shifting his eyes, and like there was like that red path and shit. So he was doing shit like that, which I fucking, like I said, hard as fuck. Cause that's cool as fuck. Cause you're making, and this is why I support the stuff in Blue Lock. You're taking a simple concept of sports and you're adding the similes and metaphors to it to make it broader the way it is. Like when they gave my man from Blue Lock, the black dude, wings when he was kicking, it made it look like, oh shit, is he flying? But it's just like showing that he is flying, quotation marks. But I always support that.
Yes, sir.
If you can, like, just like Demon Slayer, all those attacks that the guys are doing, that's not real. And I know I said this before, but if you guys see those, like the wind Hashira, all those hurricanes or tornadoes that he's doing aren't real. It's just something to get your eye. And that's why I'm comparing it into that, because it's not really happening. Like, there's no red energy lasers coming from my eye when I'm like moving, like kicking this ball and going to the goal. But I'm putting this in there to sell the audience. Now, most people don't like that, because I remember the author of Aria no Sora, which is a basketball manga / anime, how the author didn't like how the animators was like making it look like they had powers when they were playing basketball, when they really wasn't. Because if you watch Kuroko No's Basketball, they gave them animation, like they looked like they will open the gate to another realm of power, which they wasn't. They was just playing basketball, and I fought with that. Now the author didn't like it because he didn't want to take it to that level, but you got to sell it to the audience. Now, you can sell the audience just by playing regular basketball. Slam dunk is a prime example. But to these new generation, these guys don't want to just see hoops. Now, if you watch basketball, you just want to see hoops. But niggas want to see hoops where it's like red lightning coming from them and like, oh shit, did he summon a black wolf when he dunked? Like shit like that. Now, that's all in conjecture of what other people like. But to me, that was a great way to sell it, and I still liked it. But I think that's it for the pod for today. I didn't watch any anime. I've been soaked into Monster Hunter and playing that, but I think I'm going to get to watching that too, watching some anime, because I think they just dropped a lot more Red Ranger Isekai episodes. I got to watch Dr. Stone, which... Oh, before I leave... Everybody read Marshall King. It's the same guy who wrote Boichi, the same guy who did Dr. Stone, and it looks amazing. If you guys have read the Ace Boichi story, it literally looks just like that. And now I'm understanding why Boichi did those One Piece stories. I feel like he was doing this so he can like figure out a new story to write, because I think Dr. Stone's over. So it has to be over, because there's no reason for you to do Dr. Stone and Marshall King at the same time. But read Marshall King, really fucking fire. But yeah, I need to watch some anime. I need to catch up, because that My Hero movie, I had to check. Both the My Hero movies I had to check. The latest one and the one before the last one. I had to watch all the Red Ranger episodes I missed. I had to catch up on One Piece, because in April, One Piece Egghead Part 2 drops. Yaiba, that remake of that old samurai TV show, I have to watch. And what else is on my list? Basically everything, every seasonal anime that I didn't get a chance to, which is something I have to admit. I missed a lot of anime throughout the year because of like gaming and other bullshit. So be on the lookout for a stockpile of anime coming soon. Thank you guys for listening, and peace. C'est la vie.
外側じゃ絶対逃げねえ。インに行け。インか。相手だ。